Hello, Mudkips here, and welcome to another Adobe After Effects tutorial. Here today to show you an effect like you just saw in this too. Something equivalent to that. I made that video for my friend for his video intro since he doesn't have After Effects. Okay, close project. Alright, what we're gonna do is create a new composition. We'll name this speed text. You want to make it NTSC D1 widescreen square pixel, 872 by 486 square pixels, 15 seconds. Then you're going to go to Layer, New, Solid, or Control Y, and you want to name this background. Pick any color you want for your background. Doesn't matter. Now go to Effect, Generate Ramp, change it to Radial Ramp, and pick your colors. The start color has to be your background color. You'll see why in a second. And you want, wait, there we go. And your end color to be black. And now you have that kind of like a spotlight type of look. And I like that blue. So we'll keep it where it is. Okay. From there, you want to create a new text layer. So click Text and type whatever you want. We'll type Mudkip 143. Now you want to scale it up. If you go down here to this next to your percentage magnification, go to Tile Action Safe. You can center it up. Another effect I like to do is highlight the Mudkip or any part and make it bold, and then the 143 not. Gives it a cool professional kind of look. But you can do whatever you want. Alright, let's get rid of that grid. Alright, now if we go to Control Y, it's not opening. Don't know why it wasn't opening. This one you want to name Particular. Just make it comp size, any color, doesn't really matter. Effect, trap code, particular. You have to purchase particular. You have to purchase it. It's a, go to trapcode.com to do that. It's a particle generator, and as you can see its default is just white pixels expanding. But we're not going to keep it at its default. So go to about 2 seconds in. Okay. Go to your emitter options and make the emitter type a box. Then, if we go down to the velocity and create it 0, it literally is a box. Now down here at the very bottom of the emitter options, there's emitter size, X, Y, and Z. We want to fidget with those until they're the size of our text. Or roughly around the size. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. So you can see, let me zoom in a bit. It's roughly the size of my text. Okay. That's good. That's all how it should be. Now, what we want to do is we want to make these generate at a certain speed. So create your text and make it a 3D layer. What you want to do is bring up position and keyframe it. And then drag the Y. This. Actually, Control Z everything I just did. Okay. My bad. You want to link the positions together. So here, position. Make sure we'll shut the keyframes off. Go to particular, go to position XY, Alt click it, make some room here. Go to this and pick whip it, just a little swirly thing, to the position. That creates its code. Do the same thing with position Z, except you're going to pick whip it to a different spot in the position. You're going to just straight up pick whip it to the Z one, which is at the end, which just automatically lays that in there. So now the position is hooked. It's in the same spot together. They'll go together at the same speed. So now what we want to do is go to our text layer. Now we want to keyframe the position, delete that keyframe. At about 2 seconds, just keyframe it. Then go down a couple frames, and here. So if we go back and we play through that, you see that the particles are somewhat following it. It's not going perfectly fast enough. And see, it's just kind of generating, just sitting still. So actually, if we highlight our keyframes and move them to the beginning, we can see the particles are coming up behind it, but they're going kind of slowish. So we want to speed that up. So what we're going to do is create a new solid, make it a bright red, name it speed, make comp size, shut the visuals off for it, go to effect, expression controls, slider control, slider right here. What you're going to want to do is alt click on the slider and pick whip it to the position. Now instead of keeping it just like it is, we want to hit back 3 times, just get rid of the brackets and the 0, put period or dot, speed. That's it. And now it shows us the speed. The particles are still emitting slowly. They're not emitting with when we want them to. So what we need to do is link the particles per second to the speed. How we're going to do that is alt click your particles per second. Instead of pick whipping to this slider control, go down to the position and do the exact same thing. Dot speed. But we really don't need that completely like that. So we want to put S equals, then pick whip to the position, dot speed. Now if I don't completely remember the command, so what I'm going to do is save. The command is in a different project, so the command line, speed text, my original. And if we just scroll down real quick, where is it? It's going to be in particles per second. Here it is. Just copy that real quick. File. Sorry, I kind of forgot the command line, but here we go. We're back where we were. And you can find this command in the description. I'll put it in there. And basically it's saying, yeah, they're the same thing. It's saying if speed equals blah 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 dot speed, if it equals the speed. Now down here, if it says if speed is greater than 400, create the speed times 29. That's how many particles are going to be emitted. If it's anything else below 300, don't emit. And what's wrong is I copied that. So if I say got rid of that, pick whip it to the position, that's why, because it's not named. Pick whip it to the position and put dot speed. There we go. You'll find this command in there. You may want to have to re-pick whip that depending on what you named it. It's all about what you named it right there. So now if we watch it, particles are going crazy. They're emitting like hectic. And then they just keep going. And then since it's not moving, it's not emitting any more particles. It's kind of cool looking. I mean, that's pretty sweet. But that's not the total effect. So we will make him look nicer now. Gonna make it look a lot nicer. Back into particular, go to effect controls. Okay, we want to go to the particle. Let's get to the point where it's like that maybe. Go to particle, change the life to 0.8. We want to change the size to, we'll keep the size at 5. Size over life, drag that out. We want it to be this ramp so they get smaller as they go on. We want the color to be